Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Becca with House of Lenormand. Today is Tuesday, October 8th, 2019. I was talking to one of my viewers, Marie. Hello, Marie. I believe she's Canadian. And she had done a grand tableau for Justin Trudeau. And I have hers here, and this one is the one that I did. So I'm going to pop this up, and then I'm going to pop up Marie's so we can go through it together. I'm going to try to keep this video short. I don't want to go into an hour and a half with you guys. I don't know if you would be interested. So I'm just going to try to keep it short. For those of you that are new, hello, welcome. This is a grand tableau. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one before. This spread is reserved for the Lenormand system. One thing to note about this, I do use the housing system in mine, which means every place where a card sits, there's a corresponding house. So the houses work in the same sequence as this would work if we were to put the cards in sequential order from 1 through 36. So house 1 is always the rider, house 2 is always the clover, 3 is always the ship, so on and so forth throughout the tableau. I do not use directionality, meaning wherever the significator lands, what they're facing would be the what's coming. I do not do that because I have noticed in several of my decks, sometimes the significators face different directions. So I just keep it simple to where the significator lands. Everything to the left is the past. Everything to the right is what is coming. For this particular grand tableau, for mine, he ended up in the very last column. I can't see ahead. I can only see what's going on right now and what he's dealing with right now. Also to note, in my tableau, we have the mountain in the house of house and the house in the house of mountain. Those two are marrying each other, so that's a pretty significant theme in his tableau. So he's over here at the very, very edge. I can't see ahead of him. We can see here that he's quite worried about the elections. He's confused and he's a little bit worried. The elections is right here with the crossroads. That's alternatives, choices, and options. Okay, so that's the crossroads would be our elections. The first card that opened up this tableau is the snake. The snake in the house of rider, followed by the crossroads in the house of clover, and the stars in the house of ship. There's some sort of news coming in. This could be his competitor. Here, the person that's running against him in the election. There's something going on with the person that he's running against that has ties from overseas. I don't know if this person, the crossroads is right here. I don't know if this person has a dual citizenship because we have the bouquet landing in the house of storks. And perhaps that person was not open about it because that could be talking about his competitor he's recognized overseas somewhere far away and he leaves and returns. Okay, this column here is talking about the elections, and there's several people here that are being represented by the bear. I'm not sure who these people are. The bear is someone in a position of authority. So one of them could quite possibly be his father. And then there's a couple of others here that I'm not sure who they are. But there's a strong love and a strong commitment to this person. If this was his father, there's a strong love and commitment for him. The bear knight's over here to the child. So that could be, and the child goes back to the man because the child lands in the house of man. One of them, I was able to identify rather quickly as the father. The others that are showing up here as the bear are undercover and covert. me see here. The birds goes back to the anchor. These people, or I'm sorry, the fox is in the house of birds and the birds is going back to the anchor. It looks like the other people that are involved here besides his father, that was quite loved. There's a couple of other people here that are quite covert and working against him. With the mountain landing in the house of house and the house landing in the house of mountain, it could be that he and his family are considered powerful enemies. And it could also mean that he's got some serious powerful enemies in his own backyard. This woman here, one I can recognize as his wife. There's another woman here that's looking to end the cycle of the repetition of the family lineage being in office. This woman is covert and undercover, quite possibly a redhead. But she's looking to cut off that repetition. This person here has hopes and dreams for their career, and it is being cut off here. I don't know who this dog is. This could be who he's competing against, because he lands in the house of whip. So that's competition. Anything that has to do with sporting, competition, arguments, a cycle, something that happens over and over and over again. So I'm not sure if this is who he's competing against or if this is who he is competing against. But either way, this person is closest to this woman that is a redhead that's looking to end this cycle. And there's several people here being represented by the bear besides his father, that have ties to something that's coming in from overseas. If this is his competitor, his hopes for his career in government with the moon landing in the house of tower gets cut off here, with the scythe landing in the house of letter. His hopes for career in government get cut off. It looks like it has to do with some sort of lie or a betrayal, and something to do with him leaving and returning with somewhere overseas. So I'm not sure if that's talking about his competitor has a dual citizenship that he lied about up here with the snake. Either way, his column going down here doesn't look good. This person here is a powerful enemy that's undercover, covert, and she's a powerful enemy to him, quite possibly a redhead. If this is his competitor, his line of influence goes here to the coffin. So it looks like if this is the elections and his competitor, he's being backed by this woman who's a redhead. And that doesn't happen here. The woman lands, or the coffin lands in the house of woman. This woman may not want to be known. She might be trying to keep her identity undercover or her identity private, with the moon knighting over to the coffin. She doesn't want to be recognized. And then here, she doesn't want to be recognized, but she's looking to end the cycle here. She may consider his family a powerful enemy. We're seeing here that there's news being delivered about his family legacy, and how perhaps he has the name recognition up here, that it's a pattern where he keeps repeating, that allows him to be in office based on his family legacy. But she doesn't win here, because we have the coffin back in the house of woman. He lands closer to the tower, which would be the government, than this person does. This person is 2 cards removed. He's only 1 card removed, followed by a very positive card here, here, here. But then there's some troublesome cards right here. This may be his recognition, his success in government. This person here may have tried to dig up some dirt on him. This is an old photograph, an old pictures, perhaps something to do with something that took place at a party. The whole blackface thing, she was quite possibly behind it, along with her partnerships with these people. We have the bear in the house of dog. So her and several other people being represented by the bear are in partnership with this guy. with the competition. They've been in partnership in secret. And they've been working in secret in regards to the elections, with the book landing back in the house of the crossroads, which would be the election. So they've been working together in tandem to get him out of office, but they've been doing so in secret. And it looks like they quite possibly did some investigations, or had someone, perhaps some sort of a partnership, to dig up dirt on him and expose those old photographs that took place at a party. With him being in disguise here to, you know, perhaps try to diminish his reputation with the mice landing in the house of Moon. That's like slowly eating away at your reputation. So that was one thing that this person and these other people and this guy were involved in. Let's see here. We can see that he's quite worried and nervous about the election. If this is the Conservative Party here, there's a loss. It's not a significant, huge, sudden loss. It's like it's eating away quite slowly here. But he lands in the House of Stars. And the stars goes back here. So it looks like his competition was getting help from people overseas. Represented by several people here with the bear, and one woman that's a redhead that's been undercover, that likes to keep her identity under wraps. But whatever they were doing to lie and betray about betray him in regards to the election, whatever hopes they had for this guy get cut off here. They get delayed here. That whole plan gets, that was coming in from overseas from these players back here, gets blocked, and then there's news of his success coming in. We have, let me follow the chain of houses for the election. The election goes to the clovers, which goes to the lilies, which goes to the sun. Sorry, let me turn off my ringer. Sorry about that. So the crossroads goes to the clover, which goes, let me see, to the lilies, which goes to the sun, back to the, what is this? Clouds, that goes to the heart, that goes to the scythe, that goes to the letter, that goes to the coffin, that goes back to the woman, here to the garden, the cross, the mice, the moon, the tower, the fox, the birds, the anchor, the snake, the rider, the tree, the ring, the book, and then back over here. So it looks like, let me see here. It's like they were trying to tarnish his reputation and make it a burden on him, but it was all a lie. And it had to do with some sort of a partnership that those people were working on together to secure that guy. Let me see here. Give me one second. So it looks like these people, by following that chain, it looks like these people were working in tandem to dig up some dirt on him while he's been in office, and then lie about it to tarnish his reputation, like to eat away at it and cause him big trouble here. And there was a partnership there, but it was all done in secret. It was all done in secret here and here, to eat away at his reputation. It's looking like it was planned by this woman and whoever these other bear people are besides his father. Let me put up Marie's grand tableau so we can go through it together. Because mine's, like I said, mine's not like letting me look ahead. I can only see what's going on right now that he's dealing with. It looks like he's under a lot of stress and perhaps a little bit worried about, I don't know what kind of document this is. This is looking like an official document that's proven to be quite burdensome for him. And then down this line, there's like some sort of a financial record or something to do with a business that's being kept quiet or secret. And it has to do with this woman here that's been buried. So it's like she's secretly funding against him or something like that. Let me put up Marie's and I'll be right back. Hi everyone, welcome back. Okay, so this is the grand tableau that Marie did for Justin Trudeau. I'm not quite sure what timeline she set, but she just gave me where the cards were. So he's up here at the very top of the tableau, meaning he has pretty much all of this under his control. And the news that's coming in for him is about the government, him, and then the ship is landing in its own house. And also the coffin is landing in its own house. There's quite possibly news coming in about the end of a journey. If we look at the corners here, we're seeing government shut down or government close, and then the child of the father. Here's the elections over here for him. We can see here that there's something pretty significant that's going to be happening in a commitment or a promise that keeps repeating over and over and over again. Over here, we have the bear and the anchor way over here on this end. She was telling me that her father had been Prime Minister of Canada for 15 years. And I found that quite interesting in her tableau and mine as well, because the anchor is in regards to years. It's not a fast-acting card. It's quite stable, secure. So his father was able to secure for 15 years. We have the bear, which is card number 15. So that's another thing about the Lenormand, for those of you that are new. It can be quite literal like that. So this could be talking about his father's legacy, that he was there for 15 years. And here we can see something significant within a partnership that keeps happening over and over and over again. Here down this column, we're seeing the decision that's coming in from the public. And then we're seeing some sort of a loss here, and a burden, and then a woman. It looks like the decisions for the election may come primarily from women, perhaps within the country. And here we're seeing a very tough road ahead for him. This is a partnership that splits off. It's like leaving a partnership, and then there's a difficult road ahead. And here we're having something that's revealed that brings a sudden ending or a sudden loss. If this is his competitor here with the dog is in the house of Sun. And then he's got the anchor, or I'm sorry, the, what do you call this? The stars in the house of Mice. But this is Trudeau's line of fate. This is saying that he'll be recognized as the star here. Celebrity status, star power. This is his competitor. There's something sneaky going on here with this guy. Leaving and returning and then being recognized or found out for it. This right here, right over him, there's multiple, perhaps countries that this person is from, because the crossroads, besides it regarding the election, is alternatives, options, and choices. And then you have the garden right below, which is a very large group of people. So this could be representative of a country, and there's two of them or perhaps more. So, and he leaves and returns and he gets recognized for it. However, This person here, if this is who he's competing with, because that he's got the whip right over him, he's small. And the child lands in the house of Moon. He may be the person that leads the opposition and perhaps the opposing party. For Justin Trudeau's career and his reputation, we're seeing something sneaky that happened, perhaps to attack and diminish his reputation here. We're seeing that he's still very well secure in his home and family. And his family legacy here that keeps repeating. It happens over and over again. It's a cycle. It's like a promise to his family legacy. And then we're seeing news here of his career changing down this column here. Central to the entire tableau, we have this, the lilies, the moon, the house, and the storks. This is moving house. You know, but then here it's showing him secure, but then there's like some sort of a betrayal or big problems ahead for him here, and then over here, big trouble ahead. And it's like end of a journey with the ship in its own house and the coffin in its own house. That's like the end of a journey. Government shut down, and then the child of the father or a small authority here. Let me see what else I can get out of this. Yeah, the elections here has the garden right underneath it. That's a positive card. But then it's got the cross right next to it, which is very, very difficult. And then it's got the coffin over it and the whip here. This could just be saying that it's going to be a difficult road again ahead, and the cycle with him remaining keeps repeating over and over again. Because this person is small over here, or this person is new. Okay. If we follow the child goes back to the moon. News of a career change, news of a career upgrade. Moving house here. Let me follow the dog around. I'll be right back. Okay, so the dog goes to the sun, which goes to the anchor, which goes back to him. So this person's is going to be successful in sticking around or securing something. Here we're seeing the government is blocking something and an opportunity for someone in a position of authority, or this could be perhaps they're trying to move him out because they want to end the cycle of him having his success because of his family legacy through his father. His hopes are quite burdened with the cross in the house of stars. His hopes are quite burdened, and perhaps there's some sort of anxiety here in regards to something that's being clouded over, or some sort of confusion around his father. And in my tableau, my corners were the snake. I had the snake up here, the letter up here, the mice down here, and the tree down here. We saw that there was a team of people that were being represented by the bear and a red-headed woman that's working to remove him. And those corners in that tableau are talking about a false document and a corrupt legacy. So I don't know if they're trying to work something out to dig some stuff up more on his life to kind of try to smear him and diminish his reputation as a leg up for the elections. So I don't know, we'll have to see. I mean, the elections are like just in a couple of weeks. But he is in the house of Clover. Positive change that's blocked for him. So he is in the house of Clover, Clover in the house of Storks, Storks in the house of Mountain, Mountain in the house of Bouquet. That goes back to him. That's the chain. So that's looking like his opportunity for change or an upgrade of some sort may get blocked somehow. Or he's blocked from leaving. But he's a happy man, because he's got the bouquet right on him. And then down here it says shining star, big success. So I don't know what else these people are going to dig up on him until we get into the elections. But he's going to have a difficult road ahead according to Marie's tableau that she did here. He's going to have a serious, difficult road ahead. And then there's something about a government shutdown or a government that closes or an institution that closes, a final decision, a finality here, and the end of a journey. Okay, so we'll see, because this is saying that it's going to be difficult. And then there's a house move here, right in the middle of it. Career change, career upgrade, a house move, and then the legacy of the family here. So we'll have to see. Thank you guys so much for being with me here today, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye-bye.